There's a new cleaning routine on the block. That awkward moms. And listen, just because Ariel is sweet and kind and hilarious does not mean that I'm going to go easy on her. Oh no, my friends, I'm here for you. And a cleaning routine has to be brilliant, realistic, and actually work, and not just look good on paper. So today I'm putting on my judgment glasses, lovingly, of course, and I'm giving you the full breakdown. Is this a game changer or a glorified to-do list? Let's find out. Please don't mind the fan in the background. I have a teenager making taquitos. Now, this routine is broken down into 3 sections: daily, weekly, and monthly. So the daily, the ADHD in me is screaming at the idea of a daily routine, but I just need to be firm with her, gently, of course, and reward myself with some tea and chocolate throughout the day. Positive reinforcement works so well. The very first step in the daily routine is to wipe down the shower while you're in the shower, which is the perfect 2 birds, 1 stone situation. Plus, you get to clock in extra time in that cozy, warm, lovely shower while multitasking, and bonus points if you can get your family to do it too. If you have your own shower, all the better. Your family can take care of theirs, hopefully. And then there is to empty the dishwasher in the morning. Now, as someone with older kids, I delegate this task before school. When they were little, I would do it myself, and when they eventually leave, I guess I begrudgingly will be doing it again, although my husband, he might as well, but I get up before he does. But let's be real, keeping an empty dishwasher means fewer dishwashes are stacked by the sink and fewer witnesses to my unnecessary but totally justified snack evidence. Here's another great one. Wash the dishes after every meal. Now, I had heard this before and I thought that seemed like a crazy thing to do, but I actually think it's a really solid habit and one that I actually now am trying to enforce with my family. Pots and pans, especially because scrubbing them later, it's just a crime against humanity. I really love this next one, and that is a 10-minute kitchen shutdown at night. Now, my children, they load the dishwasher and they put away anything like garbage or food waste or ingredients or whatever. And then I generally do what they didn't, what they missed, and I wipe. And it's just the best part of the day is the next day when you wake up and your kitchen is clean, because nothing kills your motivation faster than waking up to last night's disaster. I just go ahead and I put on my earpods and I happily listen to my favorite podcast or whatever, and I just do a quick cleanup. And that brings me to the next day. That brings us to the 10-minute tidy. This is a morning must do for me. And as my kids get older, it's less about rogue toys and more about whose socks are these? And are you sure you don't need this chemistry homework? And then of course, there's husbands and their mysteriously abandoned pants. I can't be the only one. Now the next one is laundry, which is an optional daily task. My personal approach, selective participation. I once accidentally washed my husband's keys, which conveniently got me out of doing his laundry. He was like, well, maybe you shouldn't be doing my laundry. And I was like, okay, go on, keep talking. So now I just handle my clothes, the towels, the sheets. Basically, I'm running the dishwasher 2 to 3 times a week. No regrets. That is my personal thing. We'll get into the weekly option later, but I think you can guess how I feel about that. So here's my review of the daily list. I like it, the daily routine. The one thing I might add would be to make the bed or just to pull the covers up, which takes like 20, 30 seconds. And not just for aesthetics, so your bedroom feels less like a war zone. Even pulling the covers up kind of neatly makes a difference. However, I know the bed making routine is somewhat contentious, but overall this routine is so easy and it is a great foundation to keep a clean and tidy home. It's so good. That brings us to weekly. So we are going to start with the great thing, and that is to map it out, our meal planning day. And this is vitally important. This is going to save you from those dreaded nights when dinner consists of butter sandwiches, cereal, and a side of pickles, which is not ideal and also weirdly delicious. Is it just me? In all honesty though, I love meal planning, whether you use the app like Plan to Eat, which is not sponsored, but I love them, or just an old school pen and paper, just do it. Personally, I just make an event out of it. I get cozy on the couch, I turn on some history YouTube, and I have my tea on hand, and I just plan my meals. And it is so helpful. Just make a vibe out of it. And this will save you so much energy and time, and it will also help when people are asking you the dreaded question of what is for dinner. And Ariel, I completely empathize with you because this is my reality as well. Next is grocery shopping. Ideally a day or 3 after meal planning, but you don't want to wait too long, or you will discover that your teenager mysteriously ate the can of pineapple that you swore was in the pantry. Why didn't he tell you? No one will ever know. So Ariel recommends keeping to shopping the same day each week, but life happens, so I respect the built-in flexibility. For me, I'm kind of more, I do a lot of shopping at Costco, and I generally will do it like some random weeknight, but I do like the idea of doing it on a certain day. My sister-in-law, my dear sweet sister-in-law, she does hers every Saturday morning, and just like clockwork, and it works out so well for their family. But we're a shift-working family, that might be why. Now, Ariel has invented a great thing, and that is called the Tidy Tango, which is a wonderful weekly job, which is the glue that holds this entire routine together. Or in my case, it is the tea that holds me together. And that is 5 tasks. And we do 10 minutes per task. We tidy up, we dust, we do the bathrooms, we vacuum, and we mop. It's like a speed cleaning workout, but it is fun. There's also a mandatory 2-minute dance break, and I mean, I'm never going to complain about having to take a dance break. Yes, please. I love the next part, and that is Revive 25. This is a deep clean of one space per week, and you're rotating every 6 weeks. The lineup of rooms are kitchen, bathroom, living room, family room, entryway, bedrooms. And I love this because it helps you like make sure each space is getting its attention within like once every 6 weeks, which, you know, might not sound a lot, but if you never do it, it's quite a lot. And it's really good. It resets things before it gets to disaster mode, and then nothing gets neglected in theory, which I think is really good. That brings me to the whip and cherry. Now, Ariel is a really big fan of having ice cream with whipped cream and a cherry on top. Now, I don't know if this is just international differences, me being in Canada and her being in the Eastern US. Maybe it's even just sort of more of a like East versus West sort of situation. I've never actually had cherry on my ice cream. I know. Please don't tell Ariel I said that. So the whip and cherry, it's kind of like your anti-procrastination day. This is when we are going to take care of those things that we have been putting off, or maybe that got missed during the week. For me, this is a real day of reckoning. These are the tasks that you avoid like the plague. And this is the day when I finally do things that I have been pretending don't exist, which pretty much is making phone calls, which, to be honest, is the worst adulting task of them all.
And this is what you do. You pick up the receiver like this, and then you dial the number of the person you want to talk to.
If I can book an appointment online, I will. If I have to actually call somebody, it's going on the whip and cherry list. Okay, so back to laundry. This isn't a weekly thing you can do, is laundry. Some people, they do it all in one soul-crushing day. Not me, I refuse. But hey, you do what works for you. I know for Ariel, she prefers to do hers on one day where she's home just doing laundry. That to me, I don't know. It's like, have you ever heard the song Every Day is Like Sunday by the Smiths? This doing laundry every week makes me think of that song. I prefer to spread it out, but that's fine. And that brings me to the day of rest, because even God rested. And that gives us permission to do absolutely nothing. A lovely Sabbath day. Don't mind if I do. Now, I don't know if it's the ADHD in me or what, but I feel like almost everything that is my job needs to be on the same list because it's hard to differentiate. But anyway, maybe even something that could be on this would be like budget bill check-in. But other than that, I love her weekly list. And what I love is that you're deciding when things happen each day, which is so lovely and just makes so much sense. Let's get to the monthly routines. We start with the tidy tango in the bedroom boogie. Now this is smart because dust happens and you might not even realize it. Your bedrooms are probably dirtier than you realize. Now at first I thought this would not work for my family, but then I remembered I have teenagers and their rooms biohazard zone. So maybe this is actually the perfect time to remove the mystery stacks of dishes and crumpled wrappers and questionable garbage that they insist isn't garbage. Now, would I be the one going in and doing this? Absolutely not. Would I be supervising while enjoying a snack and offering moral support? Absolutely yes. The next one, if you know me, I love minimalism and decluttering. Minimalist light, okay, don't be judgy, but is 99 knockout things. I love this. Decluttering 99 things. Even if half of them are wrappers, receipts, or broken pencils that mysteriously are hoarded in a drawer. This is genius. And it's an instant reset. I love it. Minimal effort. It's so good. And you just walk around. I mean, you truly could just be like, all right, I've hit like 57 or 99 and be like, I'm done. It's perfect. I love it. And then there is to rotate the toys. Now, I did this when my kids were little and it worked really well. It was kind of annoying grabbing up all of these separate little people or little whatevers that my kids had at the time, but it's a great idea. Now, if you don't have little kids, you could do something else like rotating clothes or whatever else needs rotating. You can use this day to do a seasonal switch out for your clothes or going through your own kids' clothes. It doesn't have to be clothes, but clothes are like a pretty big thing for a lot of people because kids do tend to grow overnight, it seems. But another option would be to take the day off, which of course is my personal favorite option. Or you could tackle something lurking outside like the shed, the garage, or a random pile of who knows what on the porch. You could also do some meal prepping. There's just many things that you could do. Here's the thing. I am not just saying this because I love Ariel to death. I think this is a really good system. I love the daily things. I think it just makes so much sense that you're in the shower, you're just gonna quickly wipe things down. 10-minute tidy in the morning and in the evening, I already did those things. So I was like, well, this is perfect. And I bet there's a lot of things that you already do. And if you're like, I don't know what to do, this is perfect, no matter what stage of life you're at. I love the weekly things. I like that she takes into consideration that telling somebody to do something on a Monday, if it doesn't work with their schedule, isn't going to work, right? That is so good. And then rotating through each room is perfect. And the monthly things as well, the 99 declutter, so good, so good. I think this is a great system. My verdict about this cleaning routine, this is the El Dorado city, the city of gold for cleaning routines. It's basically the answer to your cleaning desires, your prayers. Check out Ariel's video down below. You can also grab a copy of her cleaning list when you watch that. Also, I did a video a few years back, maybe even more than a few, of my Fly Lady versus Clean Mama cleaning routines. So you can check that out right here. Stay tidy and mighty. I hope something great happens for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.